Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust Television. This is where we talk about everything sport, ranging from handball, football, basketball, Formula One, tennis and badminton. Whichever sport you want to talk about, we have it all installed for you on 360 Sports on Trust Television. Of course, a lot is happening in the world of sports. The World Cup is exactly 27 days to the World Cup, which will be played in Qatar. And the World Cup is touring right now all over the world. It's been in Ghana, one of the African countries that qualified to play in the World Cup, Qatar 2022. And also, of course, it's in Brazil right now, and that's where the World Cup tour has been flying its wings right now. And my guest in the studio this evening is Joel Ajayi, whichever one. He's a sports reporter, is a sport journalist, so to speak, and he will be an analyst on the show this evening. Thank you so much for joining.
A very good evening to you.
Thank you very much. So the World Cup tour, we were looking at that cup and thinking that we'll be in Qatar in some of these beautiful stadiums and be playing these matches with the world football power. I mean, the 32 teams that will be competing for the World Cup this year. So what do you think about the tour and then the World Cup preparation in general?
I think it's an unfortunate incident for the entire tour and almost 200, more than 200 million Nigeria, for us not to be in Qatar for this 2022 World Cup. It's very unfortunate, it's very saddening. It's disheartening for people like us, because by now the atmosphere in the country must have been who and who. I want to see my people. I want to see green, white, green. I want to see Nigeria player doing us proud in the tournament, the world tournament in the Qatar. But unfortunately, we are not going to be there. And then it's not because we are not going to there, we are not going to discuss about the game, because it's the game that everybody loves, especially football that we have. For me, it's a very good one for the tour, as the cup is right now in Brazil, and then it will be heading to Argentina, which is all these North African country. So for me, it's a very good one. But whenever we are talking about the World Cup, it always disturbs my heart to discuss about the.
So at this point now, we would have been thinking who will be going to Qatar.
By now, the atmosphere must have been okay. Nigeria, when Nigeria is going to resume in the camp, it has many factors that many Nigeria must have benefit from this. Even those people that find themselves in the corridor of sport, because they would say, okay, I want to travel to Qatar. But when your country is not playing in that particular place, except you have your own financial muscle on your own to say, let me just go and watch the game. But if your country is going, who are you going there to? If your country is not going, who are you going there to cheer? It's just for you to just catch fun. And then the fun might not be full if you don't have your blood, if you don't have the flag of your country flying whenever other country flags are flying in that particular place. It's not good for us, but I believe we must have learned one or two lessons from it. I believe come 2026, we'll be able to be in the World Cup.
I hope so. 2026 is what we're looking forward to. But away from the men's World Cup, the women's World Cup draw was out, and Nigeria, according to some people, have been drawn in a group of death. Do you think that is the case right now? The table shows that Nigeria has been drawn. We'll be playing Canada first. Like in Group A now, we have New Zealand, Norway, Philippines, and Switzerland. That's in Group A. In Group B, which we have Nigeria, Australia, Republic of Ireland, and also Canada. Group C, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Zambia, and Japan. In Group D, we have England. We have the Group B playoff winner and Denmark, and also we have China as well in that group. Now, taking a look at Group B, which have been drawn with Australia, Republic of Ireland, and Canada. What do you think? Do you agree that it's a group of death?
For me, I don't think it's a group of death for us.
Okay.
For the fact that we have Canada that are on top, of the Women League does not mean that we cannot beat them. That is nothing but the truth. And then what I am trying to say is like a testimony, or is like a point to buttress what just happened to United States of America last encounter with Flamingo, that if you are able to put your house in order, if you are able to prepare for the World Cup, I don't think that group is a group of death for us. When we are looking at Ireland, we should be able to get the point from Ireland. Even if let's say Canada will beat us, that is the permutation and competition of people. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't think that we cannot beat Canada. And then that's the only big country in that particular place. The only thing the NFF and the coach of the Nigeria Super Falcons should do now is that start your preparation right now. If you start your preparation, organize a whole lot of friendly for the team. Make sure that they are in camp. Make sure that everything are in place for them. I don't think we cannot beat Canada. I don't think we cannot beat Republic of Ireland, neither Australia. Though Australia, they are also strong. But for me, I don't think we cannot beat them if we are able to get everything right. Look at what happened between Flamingo and US. Even rain stopped them a bit. And then after the match, they were able to say that we can do it. It's a testimony. We have been playing them. We play Canada of recent now. That is, the first match was 2-2. We play a draw. The second one was 2-0. Look at those games. Look at where they have advantage as a coach. You'll be able to get where you are going to block all those loopholes for you to. And then when we are talking about competition, you cannot say anything at the end of until the end of the game. So for me, it's not a group of death. Or if we can just put our house in order and we get the team prepared for the tournament. Okay, now look at Group E. Group E, we have USA, Vietnam, we have the Netherlands, and we have Group A playoff winner. And we have Group F as well. We have France, Jamaica, and also Brazil. Then we have the Group C playoff winner as well. And then Group G, we have Sweden, South Africa, and Italy, as well as Argentina. Group H, we have Germany, Morocco, Colombia, and the Korea Republic. Looking at this right now, which group do you think is one of the toughest group, or maybe the toughest groups in Detroit right now? Honestly, for me, Group J is the toughest team, where we have the like of Sweden, South Africa, Italy, and Argentina. Those people that any team, any country that will come out from that group, we make sure that you have all it takes to come out of the group. For me, I am not, because you don't know from Group F, I will have picked Group F, but you don't know the playoff group winner. So you cannot just say it's group of death or that. That's why I just go for that Group G. So when you have the like of Sweden, the like of South Africa, they are not doing badly. And then the like of Italy, the like of Argentina is a toughest group. And then I believe that we are going to see a whole lot of football. You know, women football is different from the men football. Why do you say that? How do you mean? If you look at the passes, don't let us just move into when you talk about women's football now, like Group A, we have New Zealand there. And when you talk about the men's football in the World Cup, you hardly see New Zealand making any waves. But in the Women's World Cup, you see the New Zealand women are doing more than the men. Maybe they put more energy on the women football than the men. That's Do you think that is the case? That's why or we have more women playing better football? Maybe. Okay. I said maybe. Maybe. You know, when we are talking, like you said about the US now, their game, their sport is basketball, rugby, and this is it baseball or this thing? Yes, they have. So baseball. those are where they put their energy, the much of energy. Whenever they are playing those games, you hardly see US men football thrive the way the women thrive. I don't know whether you are getting my point, but for me, what's the angle I am trying to say about the women is that when you see the kind of passes, the kind of energy, the kind of passion, the kind of running, that's what I'm talking about. I am not saying that. Okay, the man needs to do more. If you're talking about that, just to give you a difference of the women's and men's football in some countries. Okay. But moving away from the draw, we have a very disturbing one here, the NNL.
the NNL sport has been postponed before, and now we are facing another postponement, and this is attributed to a natural disaster. Nigeria has been ravaged with flood in the last few weeks, and of course it's not just affecting humans and food security, it's also affecting the world of sports, as well as the NNL Super 4 has been postponed again due to a flood. It was slated to occur in Bayelsa State, but Bayelsa is suffering from some kind of flood issues right now. And the season ending was scheduled to begin on the 25th of October, but it will not hold now that the flood has been attributed to it. So the 4 clubs that qualified, which is the Bayelsa United, the Bender United, El Kanemi Warriors, and Doma United, will again wait till November before they could pick a date for the NNL Super 4. So what do you think about this? Will it affect the performance of the play in November?
I don't think it will affect the performance of play in November, because if you know what you are doing as a club, that you want to compete in Nigeria, if one is not working for you, you can quickly look for another tournament for you to just get fit for the November one.
But we hardly have a lot of tournament when it comes to football in Nigeria. We have the MPFL, we have the NNL.
Yes.
We have some small leagues.
It shouldn't be a league. It shouldn't be NLL, NLO, or MPFL. You can organize a pre-season friendly, like the one that is going on right now in Abuja now. We call it Unity Pre-season tournament.
Okay.
And then even one of the clubs that's supposed to be in Bayelsa is right now in Abuja playing in that particular tournament, Doma FC of Gombe. They are right now in Abuja playing in the Unity Pre-season FC tournament in Abuja. What I am trying to say is that it will not affect them if you know what you are doing. If you finish this tournament now, we have a whole lot of pre-season in different parts of the country now. You can register for it. Before you know, if you play from this one, you play another tournament. Before November, you'll be able to get fit, you'll be able to get the right player for the right game. That is why I said that I don't think it affects them. But for me, about the flood, I think it is an unfortunate incident for the whole Nigeria, because it's affecting every sectors of economy, be it as it may. We thought it will not even affect sport. Now it's affecting sport directly now. Even from the news that we got from Bayelsa over the weekend, one of the players was drowned and he was no more. So for me, it's not something that is good for every one of us. That is why I used to say it. I do call on all Nigeria, be it government, be it individual, be it corporate body, whatever thing we need, we can do to ensure that we don't have this kind of recurrence. Because look at it now, many houses will be done in that particular, because anywhere water passes, there is no how we are not going to have the whole lot of damages. So that's why I always appeal to federal government, the state government, the local government, whatever thing we need to do, even the citizen, whatever thing we need to do. Some people will see gutter, they will be blocking it. Some people will see this one, they will be doing all sorts of things. So if we can all believe that whenever a disaster comes, it affects everybody. Don't think because you are safe today, you don't know what might happen tomorrow. So just do something in such a way that it will not affect any part of the country. That is my point for that particular issue.
Some people might argue that there could be a change of venue if Bayelsa is not ready to take the Super NNL.
There could be a change of venue, but with the little knowledge I have about football or a tournament like that, is that where do you want to take it to? Are they ready
to host?
Because that's the problem. If they are ready, well, fine, it will work the way you said it now. But if they are not seeing sponsor, and then it's not just one day work. Before you can say you want to play a tournament in a particular state, you must meet the governor, meet the FA, meet everybody. They must accept that they want to do it. And then where is the resources? That's another question that you need to ask. Because some people have already planned to be in Bayelsa, if not because of this flood that just happened. It means you are going to pay more.
Okay. Away from what's happening in Nigeria pertaining sports. We also have fixtures for the day where we fly outside the shores of the country. Of course, sporting activities happening there. We have the EPL, of course, just one match today, and we have West Ham United will be slugging it out on the pitch with AFC Bournemouth, and a lot of anticipation for this match, though some people might not really pay attention. But what do you think? What do you feel will happen tonight?
I think it's going to be a cracker, because that is the only game for EPL for today. All the attention will be on it. Honestly, I don't like my club to be playing on Monday, because those who that play on Monday, they always struggle a bit. But for me, with the kind of the form that Western United has right now, and then couple the fact that they are playing at home, maybe they will be able to carry the day. But it's not going to be as easy as I am saying it, because you have to work for it. For you to get the result, you must work for it. But at the end of the day, I think it will go in the way of Western United.
Okay, well, it will go in favor of Western United. That's what you have predicted. But let's take a look at the Spanish La Liga. There are matches that will be panning out today in the Spanish La Liga, and matches also in the Serie A, the Italian Serie A, of course. We'll be looking forward to them and seeing how this pan out. But for now, let's take a look at all the fixtures that will be playing later today. The Spanish La Liga, we have some other teams that will be slugging it out with other teams in the game. But away from that, Manchester United has been in the news, just like over the weekend. We have one man that has been making a lot of news out of no news in Manchester United, and that's the should I say the former GOAT or the good recent GOAT, the greatest of all time? I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. We saw the controversy that surrounded him leaving before the end of the game, and Manchester United will allow Cristiano Ronaldo to leave in January transfer window, and that's a report that just broke out this morning. But the first Ronaldo sit down for crunch talks with Erik ten Hag was today, and the 37-year-old caused fury last Wednesday when he refused to come in as a substitute against Tottenham, and he then walked out of the pitch and left Old Trafford before the full-time whistle blow. He was slammed with a ban by Ten Hag, forcing him to sit out of yesterday's 1-1 draw with Chelsea and fined £72,000.
I think it is high time for Manchester United to let Ronaldo go.
Why do you think that?
Yes. The reason why I say so is that you cannot be bigger than the club. That is the truth of the matter. And if you look at like 4 games that Manchester United play, anytime Ronaldo played, they will not get the results. Anytime he did not play, they will get the results. As a coach, you can choose you can pick those people that will give you result ahead. You have made your name, and then be it as it may, Ronaldo, I'm not saying he's going down, but he's fizzling away. When we are talking about football, you have made your mark. You've played for Man U before. You went to Real Madrid. From there, you won a whole lot of things. From there, you moved to Juventus, and then you came back to Manchester United. I think what Manchester United want from him, they've gotten it because of the sales of the jersey and all the every other thing for him. Once you get your money, I think Ronaldo should not just toe these parts. Whenever a coach chooses to play you try as much as possible to play. After all, the team is not doing bad the way they were in last year. At least they are coming up. If you are coming to that place, you're supposed to be a role model. While you are walking out of before the end of the game, you are telling other players that they can do it. No matter how big you are, you have to respect the contract. You have to respect the club, and then this is the club that made you. Because when you were playing in Netherlands before, nobody know who you are. It is when you came to Manchester United, you should be able to go to maturity and say that, okay, look at the like of Lampard. He played for Chelsea, and then now he has coached Chelsea. And then can they say Ronaldo to come and coach Man U this time around because of what you are doing? Because no matter the situation, whatever thing you do, you must reap it. It might be small, it might be big, because there are some players that are looking at it. They will even say that when you are there, you did more than what we are doing to you. For me, and then this is the second time within the space of 1 month or 2 months that you will do something like that. For me, it's not good for him. And then I think it is high time to get rid of him and look for other players. We have a whole lot of energized players that can even play his wing. It's because they saw him as a big name. That is why they are putting in there. And then the energy is no longer there. And whenever you collect ball, you don't give the passes. Your aim is to score the goal. And at the end of the day, if you did not score the goal, the team is losing. So for me, it is high time they allow the guy to go. Maybe you can go to US and then go to even other rivalry club in the EPL if they can tolerate his stubbornness. Okay, so
you talking on the case of leave the stage when the ovation is really high?
For me, in the issue of football, if you look at it, we have been watching football more than 20-25 years. Once you reach a certain stage, we see US as where they retire. Look at David Beckham. He played for Man U. He played well. He played for Real Madrid. When you discover that the energy is no longer there, you go to where they need your service. Go to US. You will be lodged there. But now you are coming. The big club is not getting results, and then you are feeling big. It's something that can never meet. It's either you submit. Even if you play 1 minute, it should be a thing of joy for you for Manchester United. And then you now left the club when they were playing, and then we are winning. It's not as if they are losing. They are winning Tottenham 2-0, and then you left as if you are the coach. Even if you are the owner of the club, you have to respect the contract that you sign. For me, they should let him go. Even if Man U go down a bit, before you know, they will pick up. That is my own point for that.
Some people said Man U is back to winning ways. We've been seeing them not conceding lots of goals lately. But we wish we have more time to talk about sports tonight. But, you know, as they say, everything that has a beginning surely has an end. And it seems we're drawing the curtains on this one for 360 Sport on Trust Television for today. But join us again another time. But thank you so much, Joel Ajayi, for being here.
Thank you very much.
We hope to have you very soon on 360 Sport on Trust Television.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you again. My name is Martia Umar. And until then, keep following the world of sports. And of course, for updates, you can always follow us across all our social media platforms. And also, drop your comments on the comment section. Let us know what you feel about any of the topics or any of the sporting events we discussed on the show today. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.